Hi folks, just a quick note before this episode starts. 2 days ago we made an announcement that all of our podcasts would be moving to monthly release times instead of weekly release times. So, that being said, our next episode will be the Fire Emblem Three Houses review with James and myself. I hope you look forward to listening to it, and see you then. Enjoy the episode. Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Lords and Mercenaries podcast. I'm your host, Steven, and with me I've got my two co-hosts, James.
How's it going?
And Chase.
Well, hey there, buddy.
So, continuing our Three Houses hype series before the game comes out, this discussion will be about our choice of house on our first playthrough in Three Houses and why. To start off the discussion, do either of you have any initial thoughts, or do you want to talk about the house that you would pick?
I guess I have been quite vocal, so may as well get it out of the way. I am a hardcore golden deer. My Discord profile picture is of a certain lord, a certain Mr. Claude.
Yeah. Yep.
And his magnificent scruff.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't call it quite a beard.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Not quite, no.
But anyway, yeah. I mean, I've made it pretty clear. Not only am I super into Golden Deer, but I'm also really a lead fanboy. And the main reason that I'm super into Golden Deer is because it just reminds me so much, like, of the Lycian League, which is, where Hector and Eliwood and Lyn and all of them come from.
Oh.
So, Leicester Alliance really strikes similar to me. And honestly, Claude's in the same position that more or less Hector was in Lycia. So that, yeah. Being like the heir of the most powerful, noble house. Even if all the noble houses are pretty equal, there's one that's above the others. That's Ostia. That's also wherever Claude's from. I forget what it's called.
Regan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah.
I see your point.
Go Team Bo Hector.
I think my answer. Well, Steve. I mean, I guess Steven, you can go next. We'll see. I guess. Maybe I'm still thinking. I mean, it's hard.
Okay. Have you not made your decision? It is hard to pick the first house, I'm sure.
They are all beautiful people.
They are indeed. I have made this decision a while ago, even before they started doing the. Well, by the time we're recording this, they've only put one of the house videos out. On July 2nd, they put out the Black Eagles video. I want to choose Black Eagles for my first playthrough. I think I'm gonna butcher all the names, although I do that with Fire Emblem all the time.
It's customary. Rite of passage.
Don't
worry, come in, we'll forgive
you. From what I've noticed, I think that Edelgard has the most plot relevance, at least from what I've been able to tell.
Mm.
So that's one of the main reasons for choosing. And I also like the idea of strength, however stereotypical that may be. I know that in the video they reference strength a lot as a marquee trait of this kingdom. Of the
Adrestia?
Yeah, there you go. It's just I don't want to butcher these names.
Oh,
it happens with all the Fire Emblem games.
I've been butchering it since it was revealed.
Adrestian Empire. There, I did it.
Good job.
But yeah, I mean,
but the great thing about this game is it's fully voice acted. So,
there you go.
However they pronounce the names, we will learn very soon.
Unless the voice director has inconsistencies, but that's beside.
That's true. Or if you listen to Japanese, which maybe that could be.
But yeah, and from what the characters we've looked at so far, I really like their appearances and what little bits we've gotten of their personalities as well.
Mm-hmm. So I think my reasoning may be a little more superfluous than perhaps your everyone else's reasonings.
It's fine. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Don't be embarrassed for loving your wife.
Now, hear me out. It is not easy to choose. It is not easy to choose because one, I do take story into consideration. However, it's hard to say which house was going to have the more interesting story at this point. I mean,
we don't know.
Well, yeah, we really don't know. We don't know what kind of direction each house is going to take, other than perhaps Dimitri being crazy. I mean, and who knows? Maybe that's just
true antagonist.
Well, maybe Dimitri is only crazy if you choose one of the other houses, but if you choose his house, he's actually sane. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it. I mean, it may all be the same. But point is, I can't base it off story quite yet. So it just comes down. It really just comes down to who's in the house for me.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
Each house has its own just like standout characters. But the more I think about it, I don't want to play the game without Edelgard on my team. So I think I have to go Black Eagles.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think you can have two house leaders in the same.
No, you can't. So. There are some characters you can't recruit. So that's gonna be interesting to find out which are the really like story heavy characters for each house. I can see a couple being pretty story heavy, like Ash. I'm sure he'll be important for the Blue Lions. There was someone in the Golden Deer who's probably not recruitable, but besides Claude. But anyway, so the reason why I go Red Eagles. It should be Red Eagles. Why is it Black Eagles anyway? Black Eagles. Obviously Edelgard, but I think it has overall the most attractive. I mean, the strongest. Edit that out. Just kidding. Don't do that. The truth must be known. No, the strongest cast of characters. I like the designs. I like Dorothea's hat. I like Petra's foreign appeal. Casper looks pretty good when he's after his 5-year jump. 5-year jump. 5-year jump.
That's a very different game.
He looks very different, and I like that. Good design change, but besides that, you can recruit certain characters you like from other houses. So with that in mind, I'm definitely going to be grabbing from the Blue Lions and the Golden Deers. And, teachers will pull me aside. It's like, I've noticed that you are really focusing hard on the female students. Is there a problem? What? There's no problem at all. Who put you up to this?
I wonder how many, side note, I wonder how many students from other classes you're able to recruit.
What's that?
I guess we'll find out when we get there. Huh?
Probably not many.
So I don't think I understood the question. What was that?
I wonder if I wonder what the limit's going to be for how many students from other houses you can recruit into your.
Oh yeah. I don't know either. Obviously I won't be able to get everybody.
All the waifus.
All the waifus. But I think that the game will somewhat determine, or your actions and how you strengthen Beleth, in certain skills will determine which characters you can recruit. Because obviously, you can only recruit the student if you are a certain level in the skills they are interested in. So let's say Mercedes from Blue Lions. I think she's like bow and faith or something like that. So you're going to have a certain level of that. But if you focus on that, then you'll miss out on the spear or something like that. So you got to kind of balance it out. Okay, plan out what areas am I got to be good enough in to recruit these other students. So that's, and I guess in that itself, it's pretty fun. But I know it's gonna be interesting trying to plan it all out. Because I will get Mercedes. She is mine.
But I guess before I move forward to another topic I wanted to talk about, Chase.
Yes.
The reason why I, in particular, am not picking the Golden Deer is because I pre-ordered this game digitally, and man, that button, it makes the box art look even worse.
Yeah, I'm just happy they gave me pictures of Spider-Man.
So,
Wow. Spider-Man!
Chase is going to put up the picture that I took of the home button, or home menu button for Fire Emblem Three Houses, and you guys can see how bad it is.
He was so
it's
mad.
Awful.
So
It's
mad.
so bad. And I know it's not the game developer's fault, it's the graphic designer's fault, but that external factor kind of lowers my opinion of the Golden Deer, personally.
It's not even that bad. I like it. Even outside
Have
of
you
Spider-Man
seen that
memes.
button picture that I posted? I have to show you again.
I have.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame Claude for it. I blame the graphic designer or whoever gave her the direction, him or her the direction to try to fit them all. And I mean, I've gone into this in a video. Check out why I think it's bad, but I will say that I personally don't blame Claude for it. That's what I.
No, I don't either. That's what I'm saying is like the external factor of the box art / home screen button has kind of bled over into my opinion on what house to choose. As far as not picking Blue Lions from my first playthrough, like I said before, my reasoning for picking Black Eagles is just perceived before I play the game, perceived plot relevancy for the Black Eagles. Well, Idleguard specifically. So, what about you guys? Why would you not choose the other two houses?
Mostly just because I really love Claude and the Black Eagles and the connections.
Huh?
No, not the Black Eagles. No,
There you
Golden
go.
Deer. You two were talking about the Black Eagles.
Yes, it's true. We are trying to. Yeah.
You people.
We're trying to
Propaganda.
convert you.
We're trying
Yeah.
to brainwash you.
But yeah, it is mostly just like no particular dislike for any of the houses or anything about them,
Mm-hmm.
except maybe the fact that Dimitri went from being super boring to being way too edgy.
It's true.
Yep.
I'm gonna say right here, I bet you that eye patch is fake. Like his eye is totally fine. He just got it as a present one day from one of his
Like, I
edgy
wanna look
friends.
cool.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is so cool." And his parents
I'm
say
tough now.
it's just a
I'm
phase.
gonna
It's like
kill
it's
them
not
all.
a phase. No, I guess
It's not a phase, teacher.
it's not a phase, teacher.
This is me now.
Why won't you accept me? No, so so my reasoning for not, I guess I kind of explained it, is that I don't get Edelgard in Golden Deer or Blue Lions, so that makes you say, well, do you have a problem with Dimitri and Claude? I don't really have a problem with them. Again, I don't know what their stories are going to be like. Claude is a little too much. It seems he's a little too much hung up on the friendship and nakama garbage.
Yeah.
But
A little
that's endearing to some people, and some people really like that. So
Yeah.
there you go. And then as Chase mentioned, Dimitri is just this edgelord now, or he's psychotic. Something
He's going
happened.
to be.
Yeah, he's going to be. Like, something snaps in him. At this point, it's kind of like, well, I'll just go with Edelgard because she seems to be, well, she's kind of going to be, maybe be a little stuck up, but I think that will melt at one point, and she will be the adorable person that she's supposed to be. But I do feel bad for the other good characters that are in the Blue Lions and Golden Deer, like Mercedes and Leonie and Hilda and all the waifus. I feel bad for them, but c'est la vie.
If only you could mod the game, even though it's impossible, because it probably is interferes with the story too much. But if only you could mod the game to have all of your favorite waifus in the same party.
Perfect.
Perfect. Just what you've always wanted.
Indeed.
Modding isn't unheard of on Nintendo consoles.
Yeah, it's true. I'm trying to think of like other reasons why I wouldn't want to choose the other two, but I think they're all pretty solid picks. I mean, I guess you could have nitpicks about certain character designs, but again, that's just all in the eye of the beholder.
Right. And we don't know everything about every character because we.
That's true. Well, we don't even know we don't know what most of them look like after the 5-year jump.
Yeah, and to Chase's benefit, since he won't be playing the game on launch, he'll have all the opinions of all the houses before he does play the game. So maybe he will not pick the Golden Beard.
I somehow doubt that it's going to change, but
yeah, I mean, I mean, you seem pretty set, but maybe you'll find out that Dimitri is actually really more like Hector, which is not going to be the case, but but I don't know.
No, Dimitri is looking like he's going to be Ephraim. Ephraim. If I'm going to connect him to any pre-existing Fire Emblem Lord, he reminds me the most of Ephraim.
Yeah, I think that's a fair comparison.
And I just happen to have not played Sacred Stone, so I don't care.
Perfect.
All right. Okay.
Does Ephraim get an eye patch? Oh wait, you don't know that. I don't know it either.
Ephraim doesn't get an eye patch, but I could see him falling into edginess very easily.
You're only one decision away from edgelord status, right? At least Ephraim is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, outside of plot relevancy, I guess another reason why I wouldn't pick Blue Lions is because of I just don't like the concept of that turn that Dimitri takes for some reason.
The concept of what?
The concept that he's after the 5-year jump, he's just an edgelord. Oh
yeah. I mean, I can see that turning off people. I really can.
Yeah. To be honest, I wish they didn't show that in the trailers.
Oh, you wish you didn't see the 5-year jump? Well, to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. A big reason why Fire Emblem is getting as much hype right now as it is because they showed that mechanic. I think that they did such a good job of hiding it that good job to you, Ka. I think that they decided to hide it, and it ended up paying off in a sense because now people are excited. Whoa, there's this whole other part where they're older. Whoa, now I'm more interested. At least that's the buzz I see.
The reason why I point that out to begin with is it changes because of the whole Dimitri turn after the 5-year jump, or at least the perceived turn that he has. That changes my answer, which house I would pick. That immediately knocks the Blue Lions down a few pegs, in my opinion, at least.
Well, then, hey, then maybe that's a good thing, because then you're not surprised and you're playing it like, what the freak happened to
honestly,
Dimitri?
I kind of would have wished as well that they kept this as a twist, because I think back to Ocarina of Time or Genealogy of the Holy War, both of which have a very similar idea, both of which are seen as amazing twists, but all of them have been spoiled to me before I played the game. I just want a game where I can experience that same feeling.
I get you. I feel like this one is not so much a twist, though. I feel like it's more of
it's not a twist now because
just the progression of the game.
We still don't know, but we still don't know what the story implications are. But
Fair.
that's a discussion for another day. Like I said, I just pointed that out because that would change people's opinions on which house to choose. There's no going around that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I have one other topic of discussion in mind, but I believe it's good as a final topic. But is there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about?
I mean, just real quick and now help me if you guys have heard this or if you guys know the answer to this. I believe they said that the Black Eagles is more like magic based, and then the Blue Lions is more useful with spears and swords, I think. And then I think yellow or golden deer was archery and or something else. I can't I don't know I don't want to say axe because I feel like that's not right. But like not necessarily that they have to be that, but tends to be like the feeling behind the house. I remember them saying that somewhere, but I can't.
That's definitely something I've
remember
heard before too.
I would understand.
I mean, it can be kind of seen as pretty similar. They pretty much did this in Echoes too, with Celica having almost entirely mages and Alm having, a lot of paladins, a lot of Pegasus knights.
Mm.
Yeah, like there is a precedent for it, and I would understand why they would do that. It's just that I don't remember it being like announced.
I could have
or
sworn
pointed out at any point.
I could have sworn they did.
But I'll at least throw you the bone of that. There is a precedent for that to happen, and I could definitely see that happening. Which would also influence choices too, because maybe you want more magic focus, or a certain class type. If you were to go the auto route, which is what I'll be doing for my first playthrough.
This is something kind of cool I didn't realize before.
Despite the fact that there is a precedent for it, the game kind of negates it because there's so much freedom for progression for your characters in this game.
Of course. I'm just repeating what they said.
So, right.
I just figured out that most of the Golden Deer students are named after Shakespeare characters, and that's cool.
Oh, really? I didn't even put that together.
I wonder if they have similar themes, like literature themes for all the other for the other two houses as well.
Let me look it up.
That's a really interesting one. Yeah, please do.
Not seeing anything for the Blue Lions.
I really wish they kept that theme actually, because that sounds like a really cool idea.
Yeah. I just found this on the wiki page for Golden Deer, where Claude, Hilda, and Lysithea, and Lorenz, and Marianne all come from King Lear. Yeah. So Claude, Hilda, and Lysithea are named after King Lear's 3 daughters. Marianne is named after the play's villain, and Lorenz is named after Marianne's character's father. So I actually figured it out for Lysithea, but I completely didn't realize that went through for everyone.
Yeah, now I kind of wish that they kept that for the other two, or not like kept the Shakespearean theme, but like literature,
just
like classic
some kind of
literature
name
reference. I guess one last thing that I wanted to talk about was now that we've discussed this, I guess for our review of the game, you'll be hearing from 2 people who have played Black Eagles.
You're welcome, everyone.
'Cause I guess James and I will be playing the same house, but I'm sure we'll be picking different characters from the other houses to join.
I don't know if I'm going to pick any. I don't think I'm going to try to recruit.
You'll have a very clear bias.
Indeed.
I think.
Mercedes is mine. I like Casper. I already have his.
So, yeah. Before recording, I thought we were going to have 2 different houses, but I guess not, and that's okay. It's our own opinion to begin with. But yeah, hopefully the limit of characters you can bring into your party from other houses isn't small. Otherwise, our playthroughs would look more similar. Instead of having like a larger limit, in which case that would differentiate our parties.
But by the way, they did say that the Black Eagles seem to have an affinity for magic, but I'm not sure if that's because most of them are nobles.
Oh, okay.
Or not, but anyway, it does say that.
Like, it ties into the identity of the 3 countries.
Yeah, that may be it.
I mean, if you think about how the Golden Deer are mostly peasants, and the main weapon that we can think of when thinking about them is the bow, a hunter's weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Something that the average person would learn to use.
Sure.
Which is why axes would make sense to be the second one.
What about Blue Lions?
I'm pretty sure Lions was spear.
A symbol of valor. Like, it's very much a classic knightly weapon. Which goes well with the initial appearance of Dimitri.
Yeah, but again, this is kind of negated by the fact
I don't know if it's necessarily
that you do whatever
negated,
you want
but
with all of your students, regardless. There is a story influence for it, especially if you choose to do what I'm doing for my first playthrough, which is the auto progression route. Well, auto class, I should say. But if you were to meticulously put in like every single, I forget what they're called. Are they called like motivation points? James, you would know this.
what's that?
So basically, there's a certain you get 4.
I'm just
points
asking. What are
that
you
get to
asking?
spend. Huh?
What are you asking?
I'm asking you, like, what are the 4 points that you can allocate to each of your characters? Do you know, like, they're called motivation points, maybe?
No, the motivation is what determines how much they can learn, how many times they can learn, or whatever. So like weapon skills, there's weapon skills.
Right.
Though, like, spears and whatnot. And those can be done during a teaching session.
Because, yeah, like, obviously, if I told the game to, automatically allocate those, then there's clearly a bias for each character. Or,
Yes.
There's a bias for the house as a whole.
Well,
But-
right, there is a bias.
But, of course, I could also choose, because there's a lot of freedom for customization in this game. I could also
What was
choose
the,
to change
what was the question that you had that you wanted to ask us?
I'm basically talking about. I wasn't posing a question. I was basically just
No,
talking
originally,
about,
like before. Like you said, you wanted to end the episode with it.
Oh, that was mainly about what the review's going to be like. Like now that we know that you and I are picking the same house, that would be like the same, maybe the same opinion for the story. For the review, because we wouldn't have 2 different house perspectives in the game. But that was what that was about earlier. But now I lost my train of thought for the other thing that I was trying to talk about. But yeah, I mean, the abundance of customization for this game is really a double-edged sword, I feel. If they are trying to advertise, this house is specialized in this weapon or class, it doesn't really matter if you can choose to just have students be something that they are not.
I think you're kind of missing the point.
Yeah.
The point is that they will come, like, they will focus towards certain things, not at random, but they will focus on certain things, and it's up to you whether or not you stick with that or you can change them the way you want.
That's what I'm saying.
But you're also saying that that doesn't even matter. So why do they have it? And
It depends on the player, really. Does the player want to customize these characters to their liking, or do they want to keep them as the quote unquote canon?
It's more or less a complicated reclassing system.
Yeah, essentially. But that was my final thought on that point, at least. Maybe we should look to start wrapping this up. Do either of you have any finalizing thoughts for this discussion?
after even looking further, it says the Blue Lions is spears and Golden Deer is bows. Oh, and apparently I missed this. Apparently Black Eagles are axes and magic. Huh.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
And also, I have determined that Leonie is waifu.
I do really like Leonie. I really do.
How do you spell her name?
Leonie.
Yep. I like her a lot.
Yep.
I want to get to know Marianne more. Like, I like her hair and the fact that she kind of feels like she is inadequate. I don't know. there's potential there, but she has like these really like bags under her eyes. Like she hasn't gotten enough sleep. She's confirmed gamer girl.
Yep.
Hilda, I mean, Hilda's still good, but I don't know. I think I've kind of moved away from Hilda.
We could have a whole episode about it's the James talks about Fire Emblem waifus episode or series.
I mean, actually, that episode topic has been on there since we first created the list.
I didn't put it on there.
No, I put it on there, and I specifically put on that we try and get Ming on for that episode.
Oh, yeah.
Because of course we do.
Yeah, that'd probably be best.
Well, in any case, I guess we'll end it off here before we start a tangent about Fire Emblem waifus.
Yay!
We'll save that for another episode.
What are you talking about? Fire Emblem waifus are always on topic on this podcast.
Oh yes, of course.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
And husbandos. Can't forget about that. Okay, I'll stop now.
No, you're fine. No worries. So, James, where can people find you?
Find me on YouTube at Nintendo City. I will definitely have an analysis video, an E3 analysis video of 3 houses up. So look forward to that.
We're actually going to be uploading this episode the week after you upload that one.
Yep.
Or that particular video. So we'll have that in the description, actually, if you wanted to check that out. A lot to work through.
Yeah.
For sure.
Not quite.
Yeah. There's just so much that's come out since your last video. I don't blame you.
It's true. And some people are, I mean, bless their hearts. They're getting a little impatient. And so I'm worried that I'm not going to live up to expectations, but I will try. Anyway, sorry.
All right. Yeah, so you can find me at YouTube, youtube.com/DecoPower, TriforceP, also linked in the description. I haven't had a video in like 2 weeks. I'm trying to get back to it, but I just started a 40-hour job for the first time in a while. So, motivation's at a low.
Yeah, I feel that.
But, maybe you'll see something soon. I hope.
And you can find me on Twitter at Weaver Media. Other than that, you can find Chase and myself on another podcast here on this channel. Kakariko Road, where we talk about the Zelda series and all the things that have to do with that. Another podcast that we have on this channel is the Third Reel podcast, where their most recent episode was about Shawshank Redemption. The hosts for that one are Petter, who's also in Kakariko Road, and Patrick. So, I think that's all for this week. Have a good rest of your week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.